too late, so it won't make sense. So.
Some of the biggest songs we've had this year are gospel. Afro beat has had its run. It's time for Afro gospel.
Gaise Baba has been trending for weeks. He made a song with Lawrence Oyor, No Turning Back, and this song has been topping the charts. People have gotten to know him because of this new release he has with Lawrence Oyor. You guys also know that Lawrence Oyor has had a lot of good songs, or hit songs in the past year, and many people know him and vibe to his song. Now, Gaise Baba has come out to say that this is just the beginning. According to him, Afro gospel is about to take over. Now let's talk about this man, about Gaise Baba, his tinted hair and his style of music. It's just a lot for us to unpack. But before we get into this video, this is the real show, you guys. Now please like this video, share and subscribe to the channel. Let's talk about the man Gaise Baba and that video he made in an interview with Channels Television, where he talked about the fact that lately, like Gaise Baba said, Afrobeat has been struggling to even have a breakout artist. But if you look at it very, very well, the gospel music scene has not been struggling, if we would say that, because there has been different songs from gospel artists that has been topping the charts, that have been trending, that has had people from social media, TikTok, Instagram, generally people just vibing to these songs, even though they are gospel music. You guys, let us backtrack a little bit. Years ago, there are people who will never play gospel music anywhere publicly. In fact, the only place that people play gospel music is in their sitting rooms, or with their earpiece, so people don't even hear that they are playing songs that have the name Jesus or that have any spirituality to it. That's like years ago. In fact, years ago, people would have a whole wedding ceremony. People who actually are very good Christians will have a whole party, and they will not play gospel music because they could not relate to, the kind of gospel music that was being put out. Or even though they could relate to it, they always felt like this is this kind of song I should play in church, I should dance to in church or in my secret place. It does not fit the vibe of my party. If I want to party, I cannot involve gospel music when I am partying. That's where we're coming from. So I understand when it can be like a little bit hard for people to, merge where they are coming from, that you cannot play Christian songs at parties, to now that it seems like the kind of Christian songs that are being released are those type that you can actually play in parties. Gaise Baba has something to say. Let's listen to this interview he had with Channels Television.
Some of the biggest songs we've had this year are gospel. Had Favor, we've had Will Be Many. Now we have No Turning Back. For the last maybe like 1 to 2 years, Afrobeat hasn't had a breakout artist. The industry is scrambling for newness. Afrobeat this shit here. Afro gospel will come by. Afrobeat has had its run. It's time for Afro gospel. It might sound distant to you, but people should just pay attention and listen.
Those were clips from Gaise Baba's interview. So let me know your thoughts, guys, in the comment section. First things first, I wanted to ask, why is it that the gospel music scene or the gospel industry keeps on fighting itself? You guys, if you can recall when Frank Edwards sang It Today Bless Me, it was away from what people knew as the sound of gospel. And if you can remember, Frank Edwards faced a lot of backlash when he sang It Today Bless Me. It sounded like rap. It was nothing like what most Christians were used to. He was too funky to be singing the Lord's song. And years later, now a lot of people have warmed up to Frank Edwards, and they now see that, he's actually singing God's song, and they are kind of used to it. Now, he was wearing chains then and singing, wearing leather jackets. If you can remember, let me know in the comment section. Now people have said, Moses, this song does not sound like Christian song. These people are people that want to sing worldly song. They just want to put Jesus inside because they feel like it's going to sell their market. And I'm asking a question. What is the sound of God's song? Please let me know in the comment section. Is there a sound of what gospel music should sound like? Then I'm thinking, is it also possible that, I don't want to call it brainwash, let me just say our minds were conditioned that gospel music should sound a particular way. Remember the times that people even said that hymns were not gospel enough, but a lot of people now are saying, let's go back to hymns. But remember a time when they said hymns were not good enough. Now, is it possible that because we grew up listening to hymns, we feel like every gospel music should sound like hymns? Now, culturally, let's come back. we have a language, we have culture. Shouldn't our gospel music sound like our culture? I am just asking. There are people who are actually probably never going to listen to Don't Sing the Yukon, as good as his music is, because it's not their vibe, or they don't hear God that way. But when they listen to Elijah Level, or listen to what they call him, Gaise Baba, they'll be like, this is my vibe. Oh. And even in their vibe, they are worshiping God. Why do we think that God must be worshipped if God is only worshipped rather if the song is solemn and soft and not, Afro? When really, if we look at it with our eyes closed, just close one of your eyes small and think about it. Afro is our culture. And shouldn't our worship to God sound like our culture? It's like the Black Americans and the white Americans. Their church settings are entirely different. The whites are kind of softer. The blacks are a lot. So would you say that the blacks worship is not going up because they are raz and they are screaming in church and they are jumping and stomping their foot? Would you say that the whites, their worship is getting to heaven because it's softer and calmer? Share your thoughts, guys. There are many videos to make about this whole matter, and if you guys know, I've been talking about this for a bit, because even if it's one person who is going to have a mindset change, it's fine, because I don't like the fact that we have young people who are vibrant and they are being told that because you're worshiping God in this style, you cannot reach him. Who said that? But first, share your thoughts with me, guys, in the comment section. I want to know what you think. It's a real show, you guys. Thank you for watching. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.